Hello everyone. Today I am going to represent a Tkinter based registration app. So this is the code, and first we will see the output, and using this command I am going to run a script. So basically this command silence some warnings, and this is the main command which runs the script. So this is the output, and let's adjust the screen for the better visibility. Yeah, so on the left side we have the output, and on the right side we have the screen, the code. And first we will see the output and all the validation checks. So let's say we uh, first we see the registered users. So there is no registered user, so we go back and we, let's say, create Jatin, and with the password and with the same password. This is the most basic case, and the registered user is successful. So now we check the user. We have the user as a Jatin, and we create another, let's say, Rashid, and with the password. So now it should show two users. Yeah, we got two users. Now we see the other validation check. Let's say we have the wrong passwords. I'm creating a user with the name admin, and let's say I have entered some random passwords. Clearly the lengths are not matching, so it should throw an error. So both the password should be same. So this is a one validation. So now let's simply create this user. It's successful. Now we have three users. So now we try to create a user with the same name. So it now shows the error that user already exists, so we can't create a user with the same name. Okay, so this is the registered users. This shows our all the users, and by clicking on the back button, the window will be destroyed, and this is our this was our second functionality. So the third one was the to quit. So now this quit button will quit the whole app, and let's see. So now we have seen the output. Now move on to the code part. First we will start from the imports. So from the tkinter library or package, we have imported some of the basic functionality, some basic modules, like entry widgets, and we have label widgets. So the message box widget is not included in the basic star or the every, like, from the tkinter, which imports the basic widgets. So we have to separately import message box widget, and so these are important imports that are required for this application. So now we will go to the bottom section, which will create our basic UI, and then we will go into the logic part. So at line number 57, we have a tk class which is returning a window as an object which is stored in the variable home page, and this home page is now our window, and we are going to use the methods title, geometry, and configure to add some values and to configure our home screen or the home page. And I have set the title as a registration app, and the geometry as the width into height. So, and I have configured the background as a white. So now we'll create some labels that with the text as a enter username, and this label, this widget will create a label with the name enter username. So first, for the first parameter, we have to pass the context as a home page in which the label widget is going to be placed. So this home page widget is going to be placed in the context of the home page window. So now these are the some attributes. like the color of the background and the font. And I'm using the grid manager as the to manage my layout. So first we have created the label at the line number 62. Now we are creating another widget in which we have used the entry widget so that we can enter the username. So similarly, first parameter was home page or the screen, and these are the attributes. So I have given the background and the color. Now similarly, at the username entry variable, I am applying the grid. So at the row 0 and column 1, so first our label and the username was row 0 column 0 now, and the entry field was row 0 column 1, so that they will be side by side. So these are our first label and entry, and similarly I've created this enter password and with the entry and the label. Similarly I've created the third as for the confirm password. So these, from line number 62 till line number 72, we have the fields to register. Now we move on to the three buttons. So for the first button was to register, and second one was to show the list of the registered users, and the third one was to quit the app. So now this event listener will be called when the button with the text register will be clicked. So similarly, when the registered user button was clicked, this will be called, and similarly the quit app method will be called. Rest are the basic attributes and the grid manager. So sorry, geometry manager. So now one by one we will see these functions which are defined in the earlier part of the code. So first we have created a dictionary. We store the data as a key value pairs. So in this our key will be username and the pair will be the password. So first, when register user will be clicked, so button has a text as a register, the function will be called as a register user. Now from the fields or entry fields we will get the values in the variables username and password and the confirm password. So at the line number 12 till line number 28 we have the validations. We have the validations. So now from line number 13 we'll check if all the values have some text. So if not, it will throw an error, will show a message box that all fields are required. And if all it has some values, in the later validation part we have to check if they are same or not. So now if a username exists in the user dictionary, we have to throw an error or show a message that user already exists, you can't register with the same username. So let's say someone has entered a different user. Now it will go into the else part. So now we have to check the passwords. So we are sure that the username is different, so we check the password. If they are not same, we will throw an error that both passwords should be same. If they are same passwords, so now it is the main our core logic that we have to save our new user. So the line number 22 is going to save our user in the user dictionary, and after that we are going to show a message box as a success. After that we are deleting those fields or just entering a value as null or deleting the values that the user have entered so that we can register a new user. So this was our first method. Moving on to the next method, which is user list. It is going to display all the users, registered users. And first we have deleted the entry fields. So it's a good practice to clear the field as we have moved on to the next window. So we have a variable called list screen. List screen going to store our next window. So I'm using a top level this class, and it is returning a top level window. Top level will create a window on the top of our home screen, so that is our home page. So now in the same fashion, I have given some basic details of title and the color and the dimensions. So now the next is I have created a label which is just displaying the text as a registered users, and in this for loop I am dynamically creating labels. Let's say we have 4 users, it will show 4 labels. If we have 18 or 8 labels, 8 users, it will show 8 labels. And for that I am using enumerate, in which the users one by one, the user will be rendered from this user dictionary, and I'm using iterator I, which start from 1. I have done that so that I can show in a sequence. So this variable, text variable, will store as output as 1 dot Jatin, and the next will be as 2 dot admin. So this will be shown as output from this code, and these are a label and which is dynamically rendering on these values. So let's clean our code, and this is the back button which will destroy this list screen, the window, the top level window, and will go back to the home page. So on this listener we have called this quit list. When quit list will be called, we have destroyed the list destroy. So let's again we have to see the output. I'm running the same command. So I'm running the same command, and let's see a let's create Raj, and we have entered password. Yeah, registration successful. So now we will see the register. Yeah. So when I click on the back button, this top level window will be destroyed, and we can again see the list. So back. So now when I will click the quit button, the whole app will be destroyed. So now that was all. Thank you.